We entered Grand Escalante National Monument a few miles back. We're heading east, and I believe this overlook here is called the Blues. It's my best guess. Has a bluish gray tint out there. Very unique landscape here. Our first visit ever to the Grand Escalante National Monument. And so they're still finding fossils out here. Right up here, this is the highest point, according to the tablet, in the Escalante, right up here. As we continue driving east on the scenic Route 12, you come to a second major overlook here. The granary in the cliffs of the ancient Puebloan people. Way up on the cliff there. And not discernible probably on this shot, so we're going to take out our cell phone and do a little video with that and see if we can see it closer up. What amazes me is how these people climbed up these cliffs to store their food up there. Wow. Be able to make them out on that alcove up there. Looks like there's one main one in the center and then a few on either side of it. And this is the visitor center for Grand Staircase-Escalante National Monument in Escalante, Utah. Alright, so we already visited the visitor center and we had lunch in the little picnic area to the right. We went inside, we found a dinosaur skull. And Kathy, what do you think about Grand Escalante National Monument so far?
It's a very beautiful landscape. Really beautiful place.
It sure is. Alright, so we're going to head down the Scenic Road 12, stop at a couple of overlooks, and hopefully find us a slot canyon, a little slot canyon to get into. Alright, so we're on our way. We just pulled over at this awesome overlook here at Grand Escalante. And there's the road down there. I assume we're going to be down there in a minute. Boy, does the landscape just open up. And as the tablet says, those are the Henry Mountains on the left, and barely visible in the right center is the La Salle Mountains. We're continuing on Route 12, heading east, past the Calf Creek area a little while back. I think we're going to catch a view of it right here. Down in that canyon. And it's not even possible to capture this on camera, what it's like. And this is a view from the other side of the road at the same stop. Remarkable landscape. Grand Escalante. In the center, those are the Henry Mountains again. And just to the right of those are what I believe they call the Little Rockies. So we're going to head on into Boulder, Utah, and hang a right and try to find that slot canyon. Alright, we're coming into Boulder town, which is a feeling of safety after being up there on ridges with drop-offs on both sides at times. And now we hit the greenery here. We just drove about 11 miles off the main road onto Burr Trail Road, I believe it was. And we're in Grand Escalante National Monument. We're right here at Long Canyon Slot. It's right here to my right. And we're going to do this. It says a quarter mile is the entire hike. So that sounds awfully short out and back. We're going to do this. Even for me, you know, approaching 68 years old, that was a little crazy coming down this road. But here we are, and Kathy's going to get herself into a slot canyon. This was recommended by the ranger at the visitor center, so let's go. And there she goes into the canyons of the deep, plotting her course. All right, we're going to proceed. Bad knee and all. This is about as short as it gets, so it should be fine. Hopefully the knee can handle it. Oh boy.
Oh, this is wild.
Yeah, this looks
It's
nice.
foresty in here.
It's what?
It's foresty.
Yeah, it's foresty, that's true. And it's nice and wide and easy walking. I guess it closes down at some point into boulders, but we'll find out. There's even a little doggy down here. Look at that. Awesome. All right. Wow. And this is the whole thing. And I don't know if the height is coming through on the camera, but that's 150 feet. Here we are down here. There's some scale. They say there's a pool here. This is the end. Oh man. No pool right now, but I guess sometimes water might build up in here. It's slightly intimidating looking up this crevice. Kathy's in the slot. All right, the Long Canyon box. And now we're going to drive back up that road, get onto Scenic 12 and head over to Capitol Reef National Park. And we'll be camping in the Fruta campground. So this was an interesting little spot to stop and visit. A little off the beaten path, but fun.
We're at Long Canyon in Utah. My first slot canyon hike, quarter mile in and out. It's just about enough that my knee can take. Anyway, it's really amazing, beautiful.
The Long Canyon slot. Good time here.
On our way to Capitol Reef now. Signing off.
If you look to your right, into the sky. This is steep.
This is the road we had to travel to get to Long Slot Canyon, 11 miles.
Yeah.
On this steep road.
Very steep at times.
Very steep at times. And scary. Cliff edge.
Capitol Reef National Park. What an awesome, amazing, and breathtaking ride on Route 12. Now we are looking at Capitol Reef National Park as we approach. Just to our right here, primarily. We have arrived at Capitol Reef National Park after driving that beautiful scenic road, Route 12. And we're going to go in and get our campsite at Fruita Campground for 6 nights. And we're just going to kick back and relax, stay put, maybe take a couple of new hikes. And we are very much looking forward to the famous fruit pies at the Gifford House. Let's go into Capitol Reef.